Hello, I'm Eva, and today's topic is about hypnosis again. And it's why does hypnosis work, and actually why you don't need to be afraid of this tool, because hypnosis is something that every human being, or not every, but nearly every human being can do, is a natural state, and has been done by you probably a gazillion times in your life, and you don't know about it. So that is maybe the part, I don't know about it, that might make you feel a tiny bit uncertain about it. But it's not a problem because I'm here to help. So hypnosis is actually nothing else than putting a focus onto something. And that is why you in your life will have hypnotized yourself onto some things that you are not aware of. And the that you are not aware of part is probably the part that most people find a bit troublesome, because if I'm not aware of it, then it's a bit odd. But the thing is, it's the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And most of the part, not everything that is in your subconscious mind, you're not aware of. And you walk through your life with your subconscious mind every single day, and you're not aware of it. But you can get into that part of your psyche, and you can change things. You don't need to stay in the perceptions that you have right now. So when I say the subconscious mind, and when I say you're not aware of everything, but you are aware of something, then a quite common example is your phone number. As long as you don't put your focus onto it, like I do have to remember my phone number or PIN code or password or whatsoever, it will not be in your conscious mind. You know, the information is there and you know it's there, but it's not in your conscious mind the whole time. You don't walk through your day and you have your PIN number popping up every single minute. That is not how it works. But that is the part of the subconscious mind that you can easily enter. There is all the information, like your PIN number, your a lot of names, all the people you have met in not all the people you've met in your life, but the important ones, their names will be stored in the subconscious, same as their birthdays, or not today, but when I was young, even their telephone numbers were stored there. It's something that is not always in your conscious mind, but that is there to access. That is one part of your subconscious. The other part of your subconscious is also having a lot of information, but you're not aware of them. And it can be a bit more difficult to enter if you don't know how to. And it is a tiny bit more difficult to find things down there. And also, it is not logically structured, because our subconscious works on feelings, and feelings are not rational. Feelings are not necessarily logical. So our subconscious is to be entered in a different way. And we find information there a bit differently than we do in our conscious mind. But that is nothing to be afraid of. It's just a different world. And once you have been in it, like when you do, for example, do hypnotherapy, you will see, yeah, it's a different part of you that works in a different way, but it's nothing mysterious, or it's nothing you have to be afraid of. It's just there, and you usually don't enter it. So how and why does hypnosis work? Because, and also, why do we have it all the time? Why are we always in that state? hypnosis works basically as a door opener to the subconscious. And it works in a way that it lowers the frequencies that your brain is moving on or moving in. So we do have different frequencies that our brain uses in different parts of the day. And it does vary in how fast the frequency is. So the lower the frequency, the more relaxed we are. That also means we are in a state of complete relaxation. And there are different kinds of brain waves, and I will just jump into the internet to show you how that can look like. So I am using this graphic here from the Sleep Foundation website that basically shows you the brainwave frequencies. And as you can see, there are different kinds of them, and it depends, how fast they work. So we look at the lowest level, the delta waves. Those delta waves are the ones that are the slowest, and that is the most relaxed state. We will have delta waves when we will be asleep. Same goes for theta waves. They are quite low, and they will also be active when we are asleep. Alpha waves are faster, then beta waves are even faster, and gamma waves are the most, like the fastest. And we usually, during a lot of our time during the day, we will be in gamma, like when we concentrate, when we focus, when we learn. But we will also be in beta. So those are the ones that we will be in regularly during the day, beta and gamma. And also alpha. Alpha is always when we do stuff like a daydreaming, or when we just relax and sit down, and that's it. And why is that important, these waves? Why are they important for hypnotherapy? Because in hypnotherapy, because we do make our clients or ourselves relax, we change the frequency of the brain quite we do that on purpose. We want to be in alpha or theta waves. That is what that's the frequencies I will work with. There are hypnotherapists who do work in delta waves, but I'm not doing that because I don't want you to be asleep. I want you to give me feedback and to talk to me during hypnosis. And why is it therefore supernatural to be in hypnosis? Because we can enter these waves all the time during our day. We will be in the different frequencies. So being in hypnosis, or being in a state of hypnosis, is something supernatural. And when I tell you that you have been in those states beforehand, yes, it does make sense, doesn't it? It's natural to be in a different brainwave frequency during the day, and during those days you can get into a state of hypnosis. So what can happen during those states of hypnosis is that you subconsciously program something into your subconscious that you are not aware of. And why is our subconscious so big? And why are we not aware of a lot of that stuff? Is because as children, we have different brain frequencies than as adults, which means for most or the biggest parts of our childhood, we are in quite low brain frequencies, which actually means, if we say it in a different way, as children, our brain works subconsciously. And that is why a lot of the stuff that is in our subconscious comes out of our childhood and we are not aware of it. If you walk through your world and your world is a subconscious world, then that's how it will get programmed without knowingly doing so. It actually just changes when we are around about 12 years of age, that we do get into the same brain frequencies as adults. Beforehand, we are in subconscious frequencies. And that also means when I get you into a state of hypnosis, you will be in those subconscious frequencies. What does that mean for children? That's important for the people watching this video who are adults, who are parents. If your children are under the age of 12 years old, everything that they see, how they feel, everything that you put into their tiny little brains will be saved in their subconscious. That can be really, really good stuff, but that can also be really, really bad stuff. And also it can be by accident. You know, you can do your best, but your child just perceives something in a different way and programs a belief into it that you didn't really, you know, want to do or want to create for your child. But it sometimes just happens. So yeah, relax a bit when I say that to you, but also be aware, because if you have ever heard about affirmations, that is positive sentences that we can, you know, create for ourselves, that we can get into our subconscious also as adults. Though I must say, as adults, it is difficult, way more difficult. But affirmations work for children really well because their brain frequency is in the subconscious part. It's in the subconscious mind. So if you would tell your child every single day that he or she is wonderful, is lovable, is exactly right the way he or she is, that will sink really, really deep into their subconscious. And that will be the base for how they see the world. So they will grow up as adults who have this inner feeling, and not just an inner feeling, they know for certain that they are exactly right the way they are. If you tell it to them often enough, if you show it to them anyway, this will be a big belief. This will be a way their subconscious will be wired. That also means, of course, if you have heard as a child really often something like, how can you be so stupid? Why are you so stupid? Why are you behaving so stupidly? You might think that you are stupid. That's just the way it is. And also, when you think now, okay, if I had it all as a child, then it doesn't matter for me as an adult. Yeah, it still matters, because, and that's the part where I would say, like, you have hypnotized yourself on stuff. Coming back to my example from the other video, that I thought I was afraid of getting blood tests. What happened there is I hypnotized myself subconsciously, of course, onto that fear, because I fainted when I was 14. I fainted when I had a blood test. And because of this experience that was shameful and that was disturbing and that was, I felt afraid in that moment. I subconsciously programmed myself, hypnotized myself onto, I am afraid of blood tests. Sounds easy? Yes, because I'm aware of it. But the thing is, a lot of the stuff we are not aware of at all. You can walk through your life with heaps of these hypnoses that you will have created at some point of your life subconsciously without knowing about them, but they might hinder you in certain situations. And as long as you're not aware of them, you can't change them. So that is why it is so important and helpful to start being more conscious about our thoughts and about our feelings, because a lot of our thoughts that just come up during the day show where stuff is hidden in the subconscious. So why does hypnosis work now? It just changes the frequency our brain is working in. And in certain frequencies, and that are the lower frequencies, especially the Theta waves, we have access to our subconscious. And that is how hypnosis works. It just brings you into a state, brings your brain into a state where it can access the subconscious mind. And there we will use different tools to change your perception of things, your belief systems, your feelings, whatever you want to be changed. But yeah, you don't have to stay in this box that you have created for yourself. You can look out of the box and you will see a different world there. So thanks for watching my video. If you're interested in topics like that, just follow my channel and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.